Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLees. This is JayLeesCorner. And what did JayLee do today? Made something out of nothing. Okay. It's a lot of responding, a lot of responding, updates to lawsuits, people getting interviewed. Okay. People saying, leave me alone and stuff. Okay. Child. It's a lot, okay? It's a lot, but a little at McDonald's today, okay? But happy Thursday, happy Friday Eve. I cannot wait. Child, it has been a long week already because y'all know it's the beginning of the year. My job is crazy at this time, okay? But I said, JayLee, do not cancel your live. Come to the people, okay? And show them a good time for a little bit of time and whatnot, okay? So y'all gotta do a couple of things for me to make sure to, one, subscribe to my channel. Become a whole JayBird, and okay? Please also make sure to like the video, comment in the comment section. Share the video. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Okay, I'll be posting, y'all. I did not post today saying I was going live at 8:30 or 8:45 because I almost was gonna cancel. So I did not want to post and be like, oh no, I didn't do it. So, but we here. Because it's the thing. Well, I'm here. Got my shirt all looking weird. How y'all doing? How is everyone doing? It's sweater weather. Okay? It is really sweater weather here. Even if it's sweatshirts, it is still sweater weather with with SpongeBob and Patrick in their sweaters, okay? What sweatshirts? But hey, y'all, how y'all doing? I hope y'all had a good Thursday. We're gonna have an even better Friday. Okay, I'm gonna take some rest on Saturday. Okay. We round here. But hi to the people. Hello to everyone. How y'all doing? Thank you for being here. You can be anywhere in the world, but you is here with me today, and we are here together. Okay. Good time have all over it. Come on now. Roll it up and drink it up, okay? And some little ganja, okay, and some hot cocoa is a great thing. I don't partake, but I also don't knock, okay? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Let's see. JayLee been out playing on our bag, not doing no plus. No, I gave away enough. I will not be getting to give away more until next year, okay? But happy day, okay? No, ma'am. First of all, Not you done changed out Martell for the food, the homeless man who was helping Tamar and them. Child, this shit right here. God damn. God damn it, but hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's not freezing here. Guys, it's feel good to me. Because we ain't got no snow. I don't mind cold weather. As long as we don't get no snow. And we ain't had no snow here, so that's good by me. Okay. We are not, y'all will not try to force me. Okay. Try to force me to this itty bitty amount of stuff be 3 hours. Okay. No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. Okay. I mean, it's gonna be a time though. But I don't think no 3. It's gonna be something. Okay. Why? First of all, why y'all coming like that? Why y'all? I know I talk too much. I know this. I talk too much. I be just talking and talking. Like right now, like I should be getting. You know what? Let me get to it. Let me. And also, this is the thing too. I was really busy at work, and was like, I'm gonna try my best to get alive together. And I saved stuff. It's not in no kind of order, child. It ain't in no kind, and most of it is just replies of people coming back at Katt Williams. Okay, now the only thing I can't play on my thing is when Kevin Hart. What Kevin Hart said 5 years ago. Now that's up on my IG page. Y'all know that sometimes when I can't come here and say stuff, I gotta put it on my IG to say, hey, refer to my IG to see what I can't play here without getting flagged. Okay, but that's there. But we'll get to that in 1 second. Okay. But y'all will leave me alone with a 3-hour tour with Gilligan, the skipper too. Is it Marianne? I don't know. But Gilligan them. Anyway, there's no snow in Toronto. Not Gotham City. Not Gotham. A movie star. The skipper and Marianne here on Gilligan's Isle. Okay. So I can hold a song. I can hold a beat. Okay. Oh, the millionaire and his wife, the movie star. See, I'm all like that. I love y'all too. I love y'all too. I don't mind long lives. I just have to have enough content for that. And I don't know. Okay. But we shall see. But let's get into it. We ain't did fashion in a while because ain't nobody been wearing no clothes outside no damn well. But y'all know the Met Gala. We know what's coming up. The Met Gala not till May. It got to be some award show coming up, so we'll get some fashion eventually, but it's not right now, okay? But let me get to sharing my screen so we can get to talking about things and whatnot. Now, I did the best I could do, you know what I'm saying, what was given to me when I could, gingerly, scroll through the blogs and everything. But I was like, I don't know if it's all that I need, you know what I'm saying? Because they say, well, Whitney Houston said it's all in me. You know what I'm saying? I'm everywhere, it's all in me. Anything you want, baby, do it. Girl, see, this I know I ain't got much to talk about because I'm singing too much. But let's get to it. Now, first of all, we're gonna get to it's gonna be some random things, and then Rickey, Smiley, and them, because I do have Rickey Smiley's response. And we're gonna get into that. Okay, yeah, the Golden Globes. See, look, this is coming. The Golden Globes, the Grammys, okay, and all of that stuff. It's all coming up. So I can't wait. Okay, because y'all know we love some fashion around here. Glorilla. Now, see, I feel like sometimes people say stuff and they be meaning it. It may sound stupid. But like y'all be like, sometimes I'll be saying stuff, whatever, and I'll be dead serious. And y'all are like, why is she so funny? And I'm like, I am for real. Okay, I be for real. Okay. But Glorilla talks about her not liking conversations. So Glorilla said, first of all, when people say ION, I'm like, first of all, that ain't a word. That ain't a word. Okay. But she said, I don't like conversations. You gonna let me fuck or not? And I said, first of all, ma'am, first of all, why you sound like that? Okay. Now, I feel like there's a time and a place to where, you can be a part of a conglomerate, okay, that feel like they don't want no conversation because we are, it was a song. You ain't gotta say too much. I look in your eyes. I can tell you wanna. It was a whole song. And you ain't gotta come in your boo. It was a whole song about we don't need no conversation. But I feel like we don't have to always put that out there, okay? And I like conversation because how else you gonna know that? Y'all, I just saw today on the Metro Detroit, whatever you page, well, they said it is a syphilis outbreak in Michigan. I said, bitch, not syphilis. I said, what? I said, see, you gotta be careful. You can only be who you know and who you trust. And clearly, if you around here not having conversations, how can you ask somebody, do you have the syphilis? Like, you need to be able to ask people, have they had their STD test checked? Is they clean? You have to have conversations. Now, don't get me wrong. If you make the choice, if you want to have one night stands or two night stands or umpteen night stands, that's fine. Just make sure before the night stand happen, you have a conversation with said night stander, okay? Because I swear to God, y'all, one day it was last week, and I was laying around scrolling social media, and some random person's TikTok came up or whatever, and that was like, and the dude live in Alaska. Now, I have never been to Alaska. I tell y'all, okay? I had never been to Alaska. However, the dude looked real. I was like, I used to be with the dude. I had relations back in the day with a guy who looked just like him. And I had forgot. I was like, bitch, how you forget a whole person? Well, it had been 18 years, okay? And I was like, but we had converse. I knew who he was. We had a whole relationship. Okay. Me and him, bro, I could not remember his name, which is sad. I think it was Daryl. It could have been Gerald. I don't know. But he was a light-skinned dude, and he was also a rapper. And when I broke up with him, why he called me, left me a voicemail in a rap form and cussed me. I say, you cussed me out in a rap? You rap battled me? I broke up with him because he was in the halfway house. I was like, sir, I did not know about your halfway house this. And so I broke up with him, and I had an MCI phone, and the fool called my phone and left me a voicemail, and it was a rap of him like cussing me out because I was like, that's not nice. But as I was scrolling on social media, I saw this guy from Alaska who said he's always lived there. He reminded me of him. And I was like, me always had relations, but what's his name? Was it Daryl? He had a brother. He had a brother who went to the army. I don't know. But you have to have conversation with people, because if you do not have conversation with people, you won't know who they is 20 years from now. Okay? Tell MC to cut the, you know what I'm saying? Break my lease so I can move. He was a bugaboo. You know what I'm saying? But I told y'all I lived the life. And when I have story time, I told y'all it had to come from a memorable place. Okay? And saying it was, Sam, it was, I can't. He was real cute. He was tall. I used to like tall, light skin. He was tall, light skin, a really slender nose. He had braids or whatever. Was always in the baggy jeans. He was great at things. Okay, but I was like, sir, he had a temper. Could not do it. And he called and left me a voicemail and like was rapping because he was a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Was rapping But going off on me because I broke up, I was like, what? Child. Anyway, my point was you can't be like Lorilla. Have conversation, okay? Have conversation because that's the fun part, okay? But she young, okay? Lorilla about what, 12? Maybe 13. She'll learn in a couple years. But ma'am, don't be just out here not having conversations, okay? This man right here, I don't know this man. Don't know the man at all. But all I saw was the headline. It says boxer Jarrell, I think it's Jarrell Miller. He was arrested, allegedly body slammed. Okay, allegedly body slammed a car dealership employee and stole a truck. I said, now why would you do that? Now why would you do that? I said, first of all, the fact that you was at the car dealership and did you get that mad to body slam somebody? I mean, and then you like they know who you are, sir. Because usually, if you go to the car dealership, okay, they have your information because you have to give it to them to even be able to test drive a car. And I was like, why would you? Sir, jail. Okay, now let me put. Now y'all know who he was. Can y'all guess what that man was? Florida. Y'all know the craziest shit happened in Florida. Okay, it says a heavyweight boxer, Jarrell Miller, was arrested Tuesday in Hollywood, Florida, and charged with carjacking without a firearm or weapon and burglary with assault or battery, according to the sheriff people. Okay, I said, for what? Now he was being held on $30,000 bond. As of today? Yes, as of yesterday, he was still in jail, meaning he ain't had 30 grand. I guess not if you're out here body slamming dealership people and stealing the cars. Now he's 35 years old. Okay, he attacked the car dealership employee before fleeing in the Dodge Ram. Okay, that was recently possessed. Not you went and got back your car. Not you went and got back your car. I said, sir, what is wrong with you? Okay. 35. Now he is a mid 35 who's from Brooklyn, New York, accused of attacking a car dealership employee before fleeing in a Dodge Ram that was recently repossessed. Sir, if they took the car from wherever you were, you can't go take it back. It's a Miller placed the employee in a chokehold and slammed him to the ground before he grabbed the keys and jumped in the truck. Oh, what is wrong with people? That's stupid. And now he in jail. You in jail for a repo car? Your car got either your car or someone you know car got repoed. Okay, you even thought it was a smart idea to go around there and take the car back by force. Okay, by body slamming. He was watching wrestling the same way the dude from yesterday who did a deep dive on the judge because he had been watching wrestling. This fool went and he was the body slam was from wrestling. The carjacking, that's probably from little games. I don't know. They need Jesus immediately, okay? Because I don't know what to do with you. If your car get repoed, either pay the bill or do something else. Get on the bus, a cab, a Uber. But you cannot be around here going to the dealership to repo your repo car and body slam the dealership person and take the car back. That is literally considered carjacking. Just with no weapon. Now, we have more foolishness. I said, Negro, what? St. Landry Parish Police Chief issues a public apology to his wife after his side chick hospitalized both of them by shooting them. And we see the shooter the husband, and the wife. And we can also probably see all of them do what? Work for the city of the place because they all look to be in uniform. Okay. Greg, is it Craig? Is that Greg? I've never seen Greg spelled Graig. I don't anyway, Greg or somebody LeBlanc. The St. Landry Parish Sheriff's Office police chief apologized to the wife after his side chick shot them the hell up. Not shot them the hell up. He was chilling at his side chick house. Not the side chick house. He was chilling at the side chick house on December 22nd. Because y'all know side chicks don't get Christmas. They get days before and days after it. Okay. Chilling at the side chick house, okay, having a good time, you know what I'm saying? And they say it's important to note his side chick Savannah Butler is also I don't know a cop somewhere else. I don't know what the word is. Okay, it's an Opelousas. I don't know. His wife Crystal is a captain at the St. Louis. 3 cops, a captain, a chief, too many people in power. Okay. So all these people around here is government, city official people. Okay. So husband chilling with the side chick at side chick house. Okay. His wife pull up the side chick house, asks him questions. First of all, I'm not pulling up. If you had to pull up to your side chick house asking questions about your husband, maybe let's get a divorce. It says Crystal knocked on the door for the husband to come outside. Okay, first of all, whoever wrote this is so petty, so petty because they writing it as a story. Okay, Crystal knocked on the door for her husband to come outside. Keep in mind she's a police officer, so you know how that they knock. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, the husband come outside. Okay, and they fussing. The husband and the wife fussing at the side chick house. Okay, the side chick Savannah in the house getting her gun. Okay, trying to shoot up Crystal. I said, no, what is that? What? It says Savannah got tired of hearing all the talking outside of her house and stepped into the doorway with a gun in hand. The husband noticed, you know what I'm saying, that she had a little piece out or whatever. Baby, no. He tried the gun for her. So husband trying to say the wife from the side chick, okay, fighting over the gun with the side chick. Savannah fired, shot through his hand. Okay, a whole bullet went through that man's hand, which then hit Crystal, the wife. So you want to stop me from shooting you and your wife? I'm going to shoot you in your hand. It's going to hit. I was like, what kind of foolishness is this? Okay. Savannah was taken to her job to be placed behind bars because Savannah has got arrested. Sad chick is arrested arrested in her own department. Okay, the police chief now has to say, I'm sorry that I got shot in my hand and wife, you got shot in your arm. I'm sorry. I must acknowledge the role I played in this unfortunate situation. I want to express my sincere apologies to my wife, my family, all parties involved. Okay. The sad chick knew she was a sad chick. Okay. Sad chick knew she was a sad chick. That's why she sat there and listened, because she knew that's that man's wife. In my opinion, if you make a choice to be a sad chick, sit your ass, don't you be violent. You can't shoot him and the wife. You can't do that. Not at all. And the wife had every right to check her husband and the sad chick, because you know that's my husband. There was no reason to pull out a pow when ain't no reason for no pow. If I'm fussing with my husband, he shouldn't be here, lady. And now you are the crazy lady who shot your boyfriend's wife. Because I guess he's a boyfriend. I don't know. But who gonna want you now? You crazy as hell. When people shoot people, you insane. When you cheating with a married man, because can't nobody tell me that lady ain't know that man was married. Y'all all are on forces of the police. Okay, people be knowing stuff. They be y'all the messiest romantic stuff be happening at police stations. The plants. You know what I'm saying, the plant life, and sometimes hospitals. It's places where people spend a whole lot of time together. Okay, and I said, what was the point of you shooting that lady? So much you want to shoot her so bad. You shot through that man's hand. Does that make me crazy? Yes. Look. Ain't no dick worth prison. Ain't no dick worth jail time. Okay? Not none. And child, I've been blessed. None of them worth jail. None of them. Never in life has any. Now, look, I'm not going to prison for nobody. Okay, not gonna happen. I'm for sure not going to prison on a attempted murder charge. Okay, a firing of a fire. No, not today, not ever. So, ma'am, the penis could not have been that good at all. Just stupidity, just dumb. Speaking of dumb and stupidity, which happens a lot. Okay, here in my own little town. Okay, Troy. Troy is a city. A city outside of Detroit. Troy woman scammed out of $100,000 through someone she met on social media. And I said, first of all, somebody sounds stupid. Okay? Because you should never be scammed by somebody you met through social media for $100,000. A Troy woman, and again, Troy is a city outside of Detroit, was scammed out of $100,000. Okay, the victim told police, I was contacted on Instagram by a subject, meaning a person, who claimed he could help me consolidate my debt and get me a new mortgage. I say, bitch, was it DJ Envy? I feel like it was DJ Envy. Or was it Bishop Robbery? Okay, anyway, because that's I know that the parishioner who said Bishop Robbery took her money also said he told her he can help her get her credit together and get her a new house, and she ain't never get it. Okay, so was it Bishop Robbery? I don't know. But anyway, the man contacted her on social media saying, I can help you. I'm like, first of all, how he know you in debt? How does anybody know you in debt? Was you talking about it? Anyway, again, she can help her consolidate her debts and get a new mortgage. Okay, the victim gave him her bank account information and social. I said, was she 12? You either had to be a baby or somebody very elderly. Okay, how old were you to think that somebody can help you consolidate your debt, get a new mortgage? You gave that man your bank account information, your social number, and then person withdrew $100,000 from her accounts. She really thought he was withdrawing money for her financial services. I'm sorry, for his financial services. But none of the money actually went towards the new mortgage or consolidation. The victim has never met the subject in person and does not know what he did with the money. Bitch, he spent it. He stole it. He kept it. He skipped to the loo, my darling. Okay. Who gives people their information who they have never met? Who? The only people who give people their information who they've never met is people hoping to scam somebody else or scam something and make some money. I can help you make $1 or $2 If you send me this, I'll give you that. And I was like, I don't understand why, child. I almost feel like half the time debt foundation can always be a scheme and a scam, okay? Because you never know what somebody gonna do with your information. You for sure should never, ever, ever give not only your banking information, but your social number. Who does that? Babies and elderly people. And if you have $100 grand, if you have $100 grand sitting around somewhere, you should not be in debt. You should use that money to make money to get out of debt. Give me the money. I didn't scam. I wasn't scamming, but I was like, that's just stupid. And I almost don't feel bad because I mean, it ain't like somebody, to me, you didn't get tricked. You willingly gave your information to somebody and they just said thank you. Well, they didn't say thank you, but they just said thank you by spending the money. It's just I don't understand. I don't understand. People be around here on some BS, and sometimes you gotta punch them in their throat. And if you contact somebody on social media and get their information and steal $100,000, somebody should get punched in the throat. Speaking of getting punched in the throat, y'all, these stylists get out of hand now. So that's the stylist right there. And she upset because a client of hers complained about her on social media. Okay. This is the client. Okay. This is the client. Hair, nice full head of hair. And she wanted to get her hair done. Okay. Now this is the thing. I also need people to stop going to people who are not real stylists. Okay. Who not really doing your hair. Now, this is a text between the stylist girl and the client. Okay. The stylist asked her to go get her hair pressed by somebody else. Listen to this, y'all.
Good morning. Do you think you could get your hair pressed from the Dominicans before you come? Because your hair is so thick and long. I don't want to be doing your hair for too long. Good morning. Do you think you could get your hair pressed from the Dominicans before you come? Because your hair is so thick and long. I don't want to be doing your hair for too long.
I said, bitch, if I'm coming to you to get my hair done, why would you tell me to go to the Dominicans to have them press my hair? Because you don't feel like taking the time to do my hair. So she showed herself in the chair. First of all, I said, can she even do hair? I don't think she can do hair. But she's showing the lady on social media posting as if she not doing nothing. But yeah, I want y'all to hear. I need y'all to hear what she said about her client after the girl posted how she was upset that her hair wasn't done right.
I had a bad experience when I never even touched you. I never did your hair. I never even laid none of my combs in your fucking hair. You matted ass cat. I
said a matted cat.
Looked like that dead reindeer that I just posted.
Why you post a dead reindeer?
You and that reindeer got the same texture hair.
A reindeer ain't got no hair. I mean, they got hair. It's fur.
Use a nappy head hoe. You need a
not a nappy head hoe.
Perm, and it's okay. You need a perm before you get a leave out. Your dick in ass. You willing to cut your leave out for a bob, girl? You's insane. You fucking inner circle ass bitch. Want to look like everybody else? Like me not doing your bob really hurted your feelings, and you speaking up 9 months later. Did you tell them how you let me keep your deposit, and you ain't say that shit to my face when you walked in the shop? You ain't say that shit to my face.
Could you see him when you cut people? Okay, she was saving her life. I need people to understand it is okay to go find an actual licensed stylist to do your hair. Anytime you make an appointment and somebody asks you to go somewhere else to get something done, don't go to them. The only people who I feel like can say, hey, come wash and dry is hair braiders. Why? Because they just braid hair. Not all hair braiders are able to wash your hair. Not all. Now, I don't mind the braider saying, hey, come wash and blow right out. That's cool by me. I don't mind that at all. But when I'm going to get my hair styled, if you can't do it all, wash, dry, press, suppress, all that out, you can't do hair. And then why did you post a dead reindeer? Why was the reindeer dead? Did you kill the reindeer? Child, I've never seen a dead reindeer. Was it Rudolph? Then I was like, what is wrong with people? Then call her nappy head and say she need a perm. Not she need a perm. Nobody needs a perm. Okay, she may want, first of all, that beep scared me because my y'all, I have been on YouTube for years. Y'all have never heard my smoking around go off. That I was like, but I know that house thing. But it's her. It was her thing, not mine. Okay. I was so confused. Like, the fuck? That lady not nappy head. She also don't need no perm. At all. Perm where? Nappy head where? I'm confused. People are stupid.
Fuck, you had a bad experience when I never even touched you. I never did your hair. I never even laid none of my combs in your fucking hair. You matted ass cat. You looked like that dead reindeer that I just posted. You and that reindeer got the same texture hair. You's a nappy head hoe. You need a perm. And it's okay. You need a perm before you get a leave out. Your dick in ass. You willing to cut your leave out for a bob. Girl, you's insane. You fucking inner circle ass bitch want to look like everybody else.
Don't you look like everybody else? Why your forehead left out? We know about you, girl. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Thank you, teacher, for the super chat. Hurted. It hurted your feelings. I hurted. That ain't a word. That ain't a word. And I feel like people should know it's okay to not go to people who don't know how to do hair.
Like, me not doing your bob really hurted your feelings, and you speaking up 9 months later. Did you tell them how you let me keep your deposit, and you ain't say that shit to my face when you walked in the shop? You ain't say that shit to my face. You turned your little nut ass right back around and left out. Now,
because you cut people Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And don't, first of all, she bald up front. For whatever reason, she bald right here. You bald, ma'am. So if she nappy, you bald. And so what? Anybody, if she gotta be from Philly. Okay. I know the accent is crazy. You hear me? Whoever going to Baldy Lives. Yep, I said it. Because I don't like when folks say, oh, you nappy head, matted hair, and blah, blah, blah. The way you're responding to her showed me you can't do hair. You got bad customer service. You probably work out your house, but they don't know that. But I'm saying you not professional. And the reason old girl probably did not say nothing because you seem crazy. So I'm going to leave, talk my shit, and not come back. And for you to respond to her, it makes you look bad, not her. Little bitch. Anyway, y'all don't go to her no more. If y'all know her, don't go there. She ain't no good. Leave her be, okay? But y'all take one little minute, y'all, and like the video, please. We're back. We're back. So, the foolishness of celebrities. The foolishness of celebrities. What do I want to go through? Well, first of all, let's, shout out to people not having issues with their baby daddies, okay? Because sometimes it can be a bit much. Child, but y'all see that Rihanna baby daddy? ASAP, I said, this man, he did a whole commercial. ASAP did a whole commercial for Fenty Skin's lip balm. I said, when your man is come on now. Now, y'all, I can't play the song now. But he's a flossy, glossy, bit. This ain't lip gloss, lip balm up my palm. No new collaboration with my baby mom. I was like, that's so cute. So, because some folk be having issue with their baby daddies or baby mamas or whatever, and they say, no, we are working together. We are working together, okay? It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and get these products off the shelf. So, congrats to the couple for working together. Now, I gotta look into it, though. I gotta see, because I don't know. But I was like, come on now, work together, okay? It's cute. Jonathan Majors. Now, we know the man got found guilty of two counts by the court. He gonna have his first interview. His first interview. Not will Megan be there? Okay, he has an interview that will air next week. Okay, on Good Morning America. It'll be with what's the lady? I don't know, but he sat down. He not in. Yeah, I know he not in no slave clothes. He in regular clothes. Are y'all here? Because y'all know this reminds us of the R. Kelly. Y'all killing me with this shit. If he get to yelling and fussing like R. Kelly did, girl, I can't wait to see it. I want to see, because truthfully, we haven't heard from Jonathan Majors at all. We have not heard not hide, no hair. We've seen him walking around, but that's it. So I do want to know, what will he say? Because let's also clarify, he was only found guilty of the shoving we seen outside the car. And I still feel like he was running for his life. Run, Forrest, run. And he was running, trying to get away. Okay. So I do want to see what he has to say. And once it come out, we're going to discuss it. Because let's not forget, the incident happens last year in March. So it's almost been a year. Okay, the situation did not just happen. It just took forever for them to get a court date. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let him get it over with now. Have his conversation, talk about it. Okay, and then move on. And then leave it be. Okay, leave it be. So it's gonna premiere on January 8th. Okay, on the 8th. So y'all know we're gonna have a conversation, probably a bit of a watch along if we can, to whatever that man said. Because I want to know, what does he have to say about it. Terrence Howard and 50 Cent. Now y'all know I was still mad at 50 Cent because he was always beefing with folks for Empire. Well, 50 Cent already said a couple weeks ago how he would love to work with Taraji Henson because she complained about not being paid accurately in the industry. And now we see, after Terrence Howard is suing his former talent agency, over low salary wages, 50 Cent said, hey man, how you doing? I'll work with you. I'll get you the money that was supposed to be for you. Okay, I would do what others could not do. Okay, he said, damn, Terrence Howard, call my phone. I'll get you the money they were supposed to get for you. I'm not playing no game over here. Okay, now look, I don't like 50 Cent. He irks all my nerves, all of them. Okay, but I will say, I will say, I've rarely heard of people who have worked with 50 Cent say he was like a shrewd person or whatever. So I feel like if he's able to really help people get what they're supposed to get, fine. But he still, man, he get on my nerves sometimes. Okay, but I haven't seen him be petty and mean and malicious in a while. So maybe those things he used to do, he does not do anymore. So we shall see. And that's a gotcha. He clowned Turi on social media, but still put her on shows. So I don't know. But again, that's why I say I don't like him. He gets on my nerves. So if he can help Taraji, if he can help Terrence Howard in a real way, then do it. Okay. If not, get out of our face. Y'all, Iggy Azalea said she quit music. And I said, no tea, no shade. No tea, no shade. I feel like I thought she'd already quit. I feel like, first of all, I'm not reading all this shit, okay? She wrote a lot of stuff. But in 2024, I only know her for I'm So Fancy. That's the only song I know from her. So I feel like she hasn't done music in so long. Saying she's quitting music don't really matter because it was like she already had quit. I know she had a hard time because she came in at a time and I think she thought she was black or was close enough to the black people to where we would have loved her forever, and it didn't work. Because once she would try to rap like without no backing track, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. And I feel like as long as she's trying to be something or somebody else, she's not gonna have no good time. Okay. But if anybody was wondering and waiting for the next Iggy Azalea album, you're not gonna get it. Okay. Follow up. So we discussed yesterday, okay, Tyreek Hill house that caught on fire around here. Now, first of all, the fact that Rick Ross was around there reporting live from that man's house at the fire, I said, Rick Ross, get your ass to the house. Go home. But the police said the fire started because some kids was playing with matches or a lot. I say, first of all, kids still play with fire. I promise y'all, I did not know that children really be playing with fire. Because they say if you play with matches, it can start a whole fire and the house can burn down. And I was like, I've never known that to happen. I've only seen it in movies. The fact that a whole fire started because kids around here playing with matches and lighters. Child, that happened. And that house was like maybe $6 million. And you burnt part of the house down. Whew. Now, wasn't one of the kids he had with some other women? That's not nice. But again, it was an unintentional, accidental situationship, okay? Because the kids was playing with matches and a lighter. Who could prevent forest fires? Was it a bear? Where is Smokey the Bear? Somebody gets Smokey the Bear on a line. He need to do some PSAs. He need to do some TikToks. Because kids around here burning the damn house down. Carisha. Now, with all of the commotion surrounding Shannon Sharp, Club Shay Shay, and stuff, folks have been comparing, Carisha Please, to Club Shay Shay. And folks said Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp ain't nothing but Carisha Please for dudes. I was like, first of all, it's true. Now, watching Shannon Sharp talk to people, I do feel like he has some good questions and good follow-ups. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like, I've only watched the Katt Williams one, but I do feel like Shannon Sharp was like being a journalist of some sort. Okay. And the couple of times I've watched Carisha, I felt like she wasn't being a journalist. She was just a friend talking to her friends. You know what I'm saying? It came natural though, not hating. But I do feel like the fact that Shannon just had like real questions and stuff, it was kind of cool or whatever. But I do feel like it's still a Carisha Please just for dudes. The other good thing is, like Katie Cole said, Shannon does regular podcasts on a regular basis. And we know Carisha Please has won, the BT Award for Best Podcast or whatever. And I feel like when she said that she just want to do like every week or twice a week or whatever. She's like, I want to do them when I want, and I'm not done how it worked out. So folk was saying, his thing better than hers. And she said, bitch, what? Y'all always got me and Carisha Please name in y'all mouth. Shut the up. If it's not that good, who the fuck be watching it then? Corny. I said, first of all, man, I don't know who watch. I don't know who actively watches Carisha Please. Is it on YouTube? Is it on YouTube? Let me Google it. Google. Hey, Google. Carisha Please. Where is it at? Let's see. Carisha Please. Oh, it's on Revolt. Wait. Carisha Please. Lord Jesus. Y'all know when music play, I get parents, girl, I get scared. I want to get flags. It was loud. Not loud. Where's Carisha Please? Let's see, it's right here. So her last one, it was 2 months ago. It was 2 months ago with Ari Dadon. Before that, it was 7 months ago with Summer Walker. And then it was also one with Black China. Then 11 months ago, it was one with Trina. She ain't did that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's done like 10. Y'all, hold on. I had to go. First of all, I did not know that her podcast was just a show on Revolt. So you have to go to Revolt to see the thing. And when you go to the Carisha Please playlist, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 12 of them. I thought it was like 12 of them. That ain't even 12. How does she win shit? Y'all, that lady fucked Puffy to get an award. She ain't did. Y'all, I got more podcasts than her. Child. And she gonna fuck the shit. Girl. I thought she had at least like 15, 20, 30 episodes. She got like 7, maybe 11. You don't get your ass off our girl. Go sit down somewhere. Okay, get out my face. Okay, get out of here. How did you win? And you want to complain because people got your name and your show name in their mouth. Because your show is a podcast and they'll be podcasting. Oh, bitch. And I don't mean she's a bitch. I just mean the situation's a bitch, okay? Because you around here winning awards for a podcast, bitch, and you ain't had no podcast enough to be podcaster. Up here fucking puffy for awards. Get out of my damn. I am upset. As a YouTuber, a podcaster, I am upset. Okay, get out my face. Y'all, Britney Spears said, leave me alone. I will never return to the music industry. Just so we're clear, most of the news is trash. They keep saying I'm turning to random people to do a new album. I will never return to the music industry. When I write for fun or I write for other people. For those of you who have read my book, there's loads that you don't know about me. I've written over 20 songs for other people the past 2 years. I'm a ghostwriter, and I honestly enjoy it that way. People are always saying my book was released without my approval illegally, and that's far from the truth. Have you read the news these days? I'm so loved and blessed. Like I said about Iggy Azalea, was anybody waiting for a new Britney album? I wasn't. And that ain't no tea, no shit. Look, Britney Spears was Britney Spears because of the time period that she was Britney Spears, the artist. Okay? Britney Spears could not be Britney Spears in 2023. Britney Spears and her dancing around and spinning and you got me crazy. And I know some songs now. I'm not knocking Britney for who she was at the time, how popular she was, how, many records she sold and blah, 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 bloop. But I mean, ma'am, currently in the current time of life in artistry, you're a no. We love you. Free Britney. Leave Britney alone. But Britney don't need no more music. Maybe she can do a song, a lullaby. But Britney do not need to be doing no more music. Okay, not none, not today. Leave it there. Leave it there. Okay, child. I don't think Britney is mentally capable to handle doing music. The way things are done now is worse than how they were before. The scrutiny people are under is worse than how it was before. So it's like, no ma'am, no Sam, no thank you. Okay. Let's get to the peoples. Okay. I want to get to Kevin Hart and Tasha. Okay. Now y'all know Kevin is suing. Now, when we first discussed this thing with Tasha and Kevin is not just suing Tasha. Kevin is also suing his assistant, who did the interview with Tasha. So he's covering all the bases, okay? However, Kevin is adding that Tasha allegedly had the shell company that her husband owned. And she's using that, to not really show how much money is being made and blah, blah, blah. Okay. It says in the new court filing reportedly revealed that he's added the new defendant, the husband in the shell company. Okay. Because if you out here hiding assets through other ways, that's shell company. Now, I feel like this Tasha K, I was listening to, I think what it's on, because I was driving home in the child, what's the people called? Fox Soul people started playing. And they were saying that, if Kevin is suing Tasha, what Tasha and the assistant said must be true. Now, like, first of all, the reason most people sue is because stuff don't be true. Okay? It don't be true. So I don't understand people who feel like Kevin should not sue. He should leave it alone. He should not make it a big. I'm like, if somebody who you had working for you, who signed an NDA, broke the NDA, did a full-fledged interview, and then the person that you are alleging contacted you and said, hey, I won't put out an interview if you pay this amount of money. And that's all Kevin's accusation. You're supposed to sue for that kind of shit. Y'all know it was. Yes. It was him. Even the new girl was like, well, maybe what she said is true. You know, because where there's smoke, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? I never get when people say, oh, Al was the one who said, why make it public by suing her? And I was like, lawsuits are not private. What the fuck do you mean? How are you upset because Kevin sued somebody in court and then the blog took a court case and put it in the... I was like, y'all fucking dumb, okay? Just stupid. Maybe bad, okay? But I feel like if he feel like that, and it says Kevin's team claims that the media company is owned by her husband, by Tasha's husband. And so that is kind of connected to Tasha. So you're trying to shell and send and transfer money through your husband, through his company, and not to you. Girl, I just feel like sometimes I'm like, Tasha, to stop. Interview people who don't have no NDAs. And right, I don't think the assistant is fully lying. I think because she was so close to Kevin and the family, she knows shit that she was not supposed to talk about. Because of if y'all do y'all think Beyonce's assistant, y'all, I'm telling y'all, the person in life we want to hear from is Julius. Okay, because he's the only person who can tell us why Jay-Z got beat up by Solange in the elevator. Okay, there are people who, like, you expect the people who work for you, like, to not tell your business. It's like your doctor telling their friends that you got syphilis. It's against HIPAA. When you know people, it's the same way that if you have a therapist, they're not supposed to tell people that you have dreams that make you feel like you're a bird. You want to fly. It's a patient doctor confidentiality. It's like, I understand. I fully understand that some people do not like Kevin Hart. I get it. Fine. You hate him. Fine. My issue is you cannot like somebody but still feel like they deserve their privacy. So Kevin Hart, if he is out here cheating on the wife, whatever he's been accused of doing that is not illegal, and he is not physically harming somebody, that's not nobody's business. And when you are someone's assistant, you're not supposed to go and do a sit-down interview with a YouTube blogger and you signed an NDA. Period. That's the thing. People talk about people's shit. Cool. The difference be you should not be interviewing people who have NDAs because it leaves you liable for spreading the information. You've already been sued. Already. Why even open up the door to more sewage? So my issue is Tasha didn't hear this information on her own. Somebody's assistant came and told all the beans. And allegedly, they told Tasha, you can't air that. That girl signed an NDA. She not supposed to tell you shit. And when you hear that, I will be the one to say, I'm not going to air this. Why? Bitch, you signed the NDA. I don't have time to be fussing with nobody in court again. I'm saying it's one thing to do the interview, but once you know the person you interviewed signed an NDA, why even go through with the shit and air it? I don't blame Tasha for interviewing the girl. I blame her because she allegedly was told about an NDA and still posted the shit. That's what's crazy to me. So Kevin suing Tasha and the assistants and Tasha's companies because you knew there was an NDA and you posted the content on your website anyway, even though it's behind the paywall. So folks had to pay the information. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like freely out here. But you put enough of it out where no one had to go watch the shit. When the clips told the story. And so the fact he's adding on that there's a shell company allegedly owned by her husband, Shaq, meaning she round here had money. And I'm like, that adds to Cardi's lawsuit because Cardi already feel like you had money. And if Kevin then says she had money, here come the courts, the IRS, the bank of all them folks gonna come all because again, this be the gotcha. Tasha issue always be she don't, and this is my opinion. She had the right to run her page, her channel, her blog, how she sees fit. I'm just giving my opinion. I feel like the thing that messes Tasha up, she always takes shit one step too far and is not wanting to bite a bullet and not have a story. I don't want to bite the bullet and not air this interview because I just don't want to. Okay, I know she's NDA allegedly. Okay, because Kevin them said she knew. Okay, whatever. Even if old girl said, well, my NDA is loopholes, I would say I don't care. Why? Because I already owe somebody $4 million. There are many people who Tasha can get an interview who don't have NDAs on in this world. Many. If she was smart, she would follow the damn housewife shows and would have got that girl Monica on her show and interview her about being the blog person who got her way onto a Bravo show and get those views. So Kevin want us. I'm like, look, people gonna learn. People gonna learn one way or the other, okay? Because if not today, then bitch win. Because it doesn't make any sense. None. Not at all. Okay. Happy birthday to Mama Tina. I forgot to post happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to her. Okay. Happy birthday to Beyonce and Solange's mama. Okay. Anyway, let's get to everybody responding to Katt. I'm like, what everybody do is Katt. So, y'all, I still did not finish the Katt interview. I couldn't. It was a lot. I tried to, but I was really busy at work. I had to focus, so I could not fully get to it. What I do know is people responded. Okay, first of all, I said, why Trick Daddy mad? Y'all know I said, Trick, why you in it? How you get in it? For what? Y'all, I'm like, first of all, sir, you driving in a car, pay attention.
Your little pussy ass get on the Sharp show and just get in your
put your seatbelt on.
Little bitch ass feeling of getting waves and you You say all type of shit you ain't supposed to say. See, there's a lot of shit about certain rap niggas I could say, but I know it's some shit that I shouldn't say, so I don't say it.
Trick, why are you in it?
You said some slick shit about me in one of your stand-up, you
Oh, that's why he done said some foul shit about Trick Daddy.
you was being sarcastic saying that if Trick Daddy can own a restaurant, you can do anything. Well,
I mean, that's true.
You bulldagging looking ass fuck nigga. Keep my name out your mouth. I'm not no comedian. I'm a street nigga first, okay? Keep my name out your mouth, bitch ass nigga.
How you man? Put your seatbelt on.
Keep Rickey Smiley name out your mouth. Keep all OG's name out your mouth.
You don't hear the thing buzzing?
If you don't like a person, you don't say. I've told people that I didn't think you was funny. I ain't never say I didn't like you. And I'm glad I didn't never say I didn't like you, because by me not thinking you were funny, I actually saw you one day and I was laughing my ass off. I was crying laughing one day.
Who in the back seat? Tell Trick put his seatbelt on.
Remember that little boy put you in the headlock? I was crying fucking laughing at.
Not you laugh because y'all put in the headlock. Now y'all do remember that time when hey Queen, when Katt was trying to wrestle with a child and the child put him in the head, like that was funny. It was also sad.
Hey nigga, listen man, stop talking about other niggas to be relevant in the game, the trend, because you was trending today and I'm gonna be trending tomorrow on your bitch ass, and I'm with whatever you with, nigga.
You want to fight Katt Williams?
And every nigga, every comedian, everybody who you told a story got more money than me and you. You on my level, bitch ass nigga.
Not you. What is going on?
Ha ha. The joke on you, bitch ass nigga. You ain't.
I did not have that on my bingo card today. Trick Daddy driving in a car with the camera on the passenger side with a seatbelt thing keep beeping, and he cussing Katt Williams out. I did not have that on my bingo card. I would have missed it. And he said, "You on my level." Everybody you talk about got more money than me and you. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus." Look, I told y'all, Katt Williams is an agent of chaos. Because this interview has made chaos throughout the world. Because why Trick Daddy upset? Okay, so we had Trick Daddy was upset. You know, Tiffany Haddish spoke out a little bit. Because he said things about her not being. Now, look, I'm going to also say, you know what I'm saying? Some people do not like Tiffany Haddish. Some folks feel like she's not funny. I like Tiffany Haddish. I want her to get some help and get a bit more stable. I do feel like, you know, she don't have no good circle around her sometimes or whatever. But I am not a Tiffany Haddish, you know, I like her in things, okay? Now, I don't think she's drop dead funny, but I have laughed at stuff she's done, okay? And when she said that he looked like, I said, Katt does look like Charleston White. And I also feel like this. A lot of people like to dog people and say, oh, they're not funny. Oh, they not this, and oh, they not that. I'm like, I think y'all have to remember, there are people who like other people. You know, if you don't find somebody funny, that's fine. But like, she not funny. It's like to some people she is. That's how she still be booking shows and stuff. Okay. And she said, you know, I'm not mad. I just wish he would get his facts right about me. Dang, I guess I will send him a reminder text But are we sure this Katt Williams, he look a lot like Charleston White? I said he do.
Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood.
I said, Lord, again, child, Katt is a fucking encyclopedia. That's it. Katt is an encyclopedia, and that's because Katt knew everything about everybody and everywhere. Okay? And I'm like, but again, the whole thing is, look, I'm not here. Me and him was debating about it earlier. And something I said was, I don't feel like, I want to make something clear. I don't feel like everything that Katt said wasn't true. I feel like from his perspective, what he said was his truth for his beliefs of what happened. However, I also feel like he's still mad about stuff. And so some of his truths are slanted because of how you feel. It don't mean he's lying, but it doesn't mean that anything that anybody else has said over the past 30 years of their own careers is a lie. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people took what he said and was like, Bible. Katt can't be lying. Everything Katt saying is, I was like, no. There is very much so, in my opinion, truths to what Katt has been saying. I think Katt is very talented. I think he is very much so a funny comedian. But I also feel like other people are not these non-funny people who are only successful because of the Illuminati. So again, I'm not saying Katt lying. I'm saying some things he's saying is from his slanted point of view because he's pissed off about something. And right, it's like Katt is telling y'all how he know where everybody was, their whole career, how much money they made, who wasn't here, who wasn't there, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm not saying he's not being truthful entirely. I'm not saying he's a whole liar, but you can't fully believe everything he said, and then anybody else who negates that, they're the liars. You know what I'm saying? All of the comedians have their points of their truth. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like some people don't like Tiffany. They don't like Kevin. They don't like Sid. They don't like Steve. They don't like people. So Katt going in on people some folk don't like, they feel like, well, Katt gotta be telling the truth and they gotta be liars. Even I saw one post saying, well, why are people acting like Katt was angry? He wasn't yelling. Why are y'all acting like he was jealous? He wasn't upset. And I'm like, there's a very calm demeanor to Katt. He's a great storyteller. He's a funny comedian. So sometimes listening to him, you just feel like I'm just gonna listen. He's funny. He's charismatic. So some folks feel like he can't be lying. And I feel like people who think the only reason these people are, quote unquote, more successful than me is because they have sucked something, got poked, or sold they soul to get a light-skinned wife to be famous. I was like, what? And somebody commented and said, y'all will believe anybody who has a calm demeanor and is talking and is funny. I mean, like me. But I'm being for real, y'all. Okay, but I'm joking. My point is, sometimes you can, like, I just don't wholeheartedly believe, yeah, Tiffany Haddish ain't funny. She ain't shit. So Katt is right. Yeah. That makes I don't think that. Even him saying that Kevin Hart came up out the blue, so it's impossible that Kevin worked hard. You know, Kevin was on the East Coast over there in Philly. How he come to LA, and I was like, in the fact that some folk can say Katt came out of nowhere, but he didn't. Some folk don't remember that Katt Williams used to go by Cat in the Hat and was that dude on Comic View. I feel like some folk don't know. I think some people feel like because we start seeing somebody be successful, that means they ain't been working in the slums for 8 years, this, that, and that, and this. I remember Kevin failing horribly in Soul Plane. That movie was bootlegged all over America because it was a horrible movie. So that's weird to me. I also, because Kevin also responded, and he said, "Gotta get that anger up out the champ." It's honestly sad. In the meantime, please do my movie trailer again. That was what he said. But I have put up an interview that Kevin did 5 years ago on the Breakfast Club. It was him and Tiffany Haddish. This was after Katt had said that Tiffany wasn't funny. She should not be successful. You know, she wasn't this or that. And Kevin went on the Breakfast Club. It's on my page. Let me see if I can go find it. Let me see if I can find it. Kevin was around there. I'm pausing. Kevin, again, it was from September 21st of 2018. And Kevin was saying his issue with Katt. And again, this was after Katt was talking shit about Tiffany not being funny. And Kevin was like, my issue with Katt is he's always blaming other people for why he's not here, there, or whatever. And I think people forget Katt has said things about, well, you know, the people that be don't want blah, 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 blah. The people that be want me to be gay. They want me to do, and I'm like, when Katt said, I had all the roles sent to me first that I turned down that Kevin ended up doing because Kevin was okay shucking and jiving with homosexuality stuff and like playing like kind of zesty this and that and that and this. And I was like, I kept trying to think of Kevin Hart movies where he was in any way like that. And I was like, I mean, he's been some comedies, but I don't see him playing a character that was in any homosexual way. You know, he wasn't, you know, in any dresses and that whatever. So I was like, that was weird to me, in my opinion. But Kevin was like, you always blaming somebody else and not just holding yourself accountable for the part you play and where you are. And I was like, I think people forget that if y'all look, do y'all remember at certain points, Katt Williams was like a hot commodity in Hollywood. He was in a few movies. He was always on comedy shows and this and this. And then a little bit. We kept seeing Katt looking high. We kept seeing Katt Williams doing stuff, and it was weird because I felt like, is Katt tripping? He was always in stuff, and then he kind of fell off. And people, the fans, social media people was like, what the fuck is up with Katt? It seemed like he be high. He was on comedy shows and stuff was happening. I have a friend who know him and she knows some stuff too. But you know what I'm saying? Right. That fight, it was things that was going on. And we was like, what the that's up with Katt? And then Katt kind of just went away for a while. He went away for a while, came back. Like nothing had happened. So when Kevin Hart said Katt was fucking up, he was getting high. He chose drugs and was doing stuff, and the studio was like, we can't work with you because you were doing stuff. And then Katt went away for a little bit, came back, and then got back doing comedy shows. But there was an absolute time where Katt was the next Kevin Hart, only meaning he was a comedian that the movie studio people, they wanted to work with him. And then we kept saying, why is Katt around here seeming like he high off that stuff? And then he went away, because when he got into that fight with that kid on camera, when he got into a fight with that kid and got put in a headlock around a whole bunch of children, we were all saying, what the fuck is, somebody go get Katt. He needs some help. That's what everybody was saying. And then Katt literally went on hiatus for a few months and came back, and he was just doing his stand-up. We hadn't really seen him much at all. He was on that show Atlanta as the Alligator Man or whatever. But I'm like, folks forget there was an absolute time where everyone felt like Katt is on that shit, get him some help, and he went away. So when Katt says stuff like, I've never been on any he did say he never did drugs. So I've never been on any bad drugs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, because Katt knows he's done drugs before. He may not have done heroin. He may not have done meth. But it was other stuff. So when Katt says stuff as if everyone forgot that time when we thought hard drugs. Thank you, Joy. Hard drugs. You know what I'm saying? But was a hard drug. So when he says stuff like I remember that. Why? Because I'm a Katt fan. But I can also call bullshit out when I see it. And this is not a defense of Kevin or anybody else. My point is we should not be rewriting history as if we didn't see shit happen. He was the next Kevin. They did have him and stuff. We was always seeing Katt. And then we didn't. And when we didn't start seeing Katt, we started seeing Kevin more. And other comedians too. Because to me, Kevin Hart is not the biggest comedian. He isn't the biggest celebrity comedian. He's also a famous comedian who sells out tours. He does. Katt does. D.L. Hughley does shows. Like all these comedians do shows on the road and that. Dave Chappelle, you know what I'm saying? Them and whatever. So the same way Cedric the Entertainer do TV shows. He plays Ceddy on that. He was on the Steve Harvey show. Now he's on the show The Neighborhood. The Neighborhood that's on, I think it's on CBS. That's on season 8 or 9. Like he has a successful TV show, a comedy TV with him and Tichina Arnold. Boom. And I feel like, people, when Kevin Hart said in the interview on Breakfast, he said, I'm a brand. I'm a brand, bitch. I'm a brand. You know what I'm saying? People have to build their brand up. And when you do that and you become marketable, That's just life. That's life. But some people, when you have them sit and listen to a 2 hour and 45-minute interview, they feel like everything Katt said was true. Kevin ain't shit. He ain't funny. DL ain't, not DL Hughley, but you know what I'm saying? So-and-so ain't funny. I'm looking like, did we not all love? And I'm not defending Steve Harvey because he has some ways about him. But I feel like not every comedian makes the choice to stay on the road. Some of them get offered jobs and they rather work a job than have to go on the road, you know, their whole life or whatever. We love the Yo Hughley on the Hughley show. We did love the Steve Harvey show. I mean, what the fuck you want us to do? Kevin Hart is funny in movies. And why somebody did comment on my post and said, well, Tiffany Haddish plays herself in all her stuff. I said, yeah, but it'd be funny-ish, okay? When somebody said, well, Katt Williams always plays the pimp, I said, he do. Katt Williams always plays the same kind of role. He does. He does. It's funny whether he's a pimp in the Friday franchise, he was a pimp on the Boondocks. Okay, he was Alligator Man on Atlanta. He was like a pimp in First Sunday, except he was in the choir. But he's funny. So what? The same way Gabrielle Union is the same person in every movie, except it's Gabrielle Union. Right. He was on Marvin Kids. So we can't act like Katt is this diversified actor who made a choice to not be famous because he won't suck no dick. Katt played the card he was dealt. And at one point, Katt was up to be in movies and shows and that shit. But if you remember, if you just Google Katt in like 10 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, maybe 10, I don't know. What stuff happened? But he went away, got some help, got better, and got back on his grind. But some folk don't like Kevin. Some folk don't like Tiffany. Some folk don't like Rickey Smiley. People have been laughing at Rickey Smiley as Bernie Jenkins on the radio for years. For years. People laughed and loved Shanae for years. People still laugh at Jamie Foxx as Wanda from In Living Color. In Living Color, hey, for real, dog. People still, so when Katt also be like, oh, when these male comedians choose to get in a dress, they sold. Tyler Perry sold his soul. He can't play no men. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Now, not all actors, comedians will get in a dress. We ain't never seen Denzel Washington in one. We ain't never seen Will Smith. We've never seen Eddie Murphy. The Clumps. Eddie Murphy played a daddy, a mama, and a grandmama, and his own brother. Would anybody ever say that Eddie Murphy playing all those different roles in the Clumps, where he was also a woman, he played his mama and his grandmama? Would y'all talk cash shit about Eddie? You tell you tell Katt Williams to leave people out. Right. Him and Norbit. Y'all, sometimes I have to come on here and like fuss at people, just for them to understand that some people's complaints about comedians or actors who play a character, they make it seem like it's something bad. On P-Valley, Lil Murder, who is a straight man with a wife in real life, plays a gay character on P-Valley. And he said because people try to make it seem like if you're an actor, you can't do this. And I wanted to play a role and really play the role. Because it wasn't about me having to kiss a man. I don't get no fuck. I'm acting. I love my wife. You know what I'm saying? And even Will Smith, when he played in 7 Degrees of Separation, and he had to have like a gay kissing scene. You know what I'm saying? You know, there are many other straight men who play gay roles because you're an actor. The dad from Modern Family ain't gay. You know what I'm saying? Now I agree, Queen. You know, him discussing, you know, comedians who are not, you know, don't get recognized that much. You know, I can agree with that. You know what I'm saying? 6 degrees. I said 7, something like that. So, you know, it be some bull stuff, okay? It be some bull crap, you know. But I'm like, let's not act like they're not comedians who we've loved for years, who have played roles that we also loved, and that we don't feel like, oh, they gotta be gay. They sold their butt. They sold their booty. Because God forbid they, you know, are just acting. Now I want to get into because wait, let me see. I showed y'all what said yesterday. I just showed y'all what Tiffany Haddish said back. There have been clips that I can't play here. We can have discuss it. Oh, come on now, Tu Wong Fu, Wesley Snipes, Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze, and John Leguizamo. I think it was. Was John Leguizamo? You know, absolutely. You know, the Wayans who play, you know, different characters, especially in white chicks. You know what I'm saying? So there are many, you know, things that we can say that. But discussing Steve Harvey and Katt, again, my point was there were certain truths to Katt, what Katt said, but it wasn't 100% truth. You hear me? Clips have came up of Mark Curry saying, and I think Mark was on a Fox Soul show, if I'm not mistaken. But Mark Curry saying that his issue with Steve was stealing material from his, and so it pissed him off. They also showed a clip of a joke that Cedric the Entertainer said that he got from Designing Women back when Meshach Taylor and what's her name? Well, it was Meshach on there on Designing Women or whatever, and a joke that was said on that show that said did, you know, in his thing or whatever. So again, there's truth to people do take from other people. People do take inspiration from people. People will take, y'all know it's happened to me. It's happened to a lot of YouTubers where folk would see you doing something and take what you said and flip it. Even Alex, you know, who has always done the Allegedly show. And y'all know Carlos King now has allegedly merged. I'm looking like, the fuck, that's Alex stuff. You know what I'm saying? So people will be stealing all up and through. And I feel like, thank you, Delta Burke. Misha and Delta, I love Delta Burke. I love Designing Women. There's a difference, in my opinion, from you being inspired by seeing someone do something and you make it your own versus I'm going to take exactly what you said and just say it's mine. I do feel like it's a difference. You can be like, okay, I know that person was influenced or inspired by so-and-so and so-and-so, but look how they flipped it and made it their own. It does not interfere with whoever else is doing it too. And it's just two people doing this, that, and that, and this. Okay. Look, designing women, when Julia Sugarbaker was like, and that's when the lights went out in Georgia. I love that show. And like around the house all the time, I just out the blue, I would say, won't you marry me, Bill? Because Charlene was marrying Bill, and my grandfather name was Bill, and I just be all the time around the house. Okay. I think Bill Bellamy is funny. I like Bill Bellamy in movies. I think he is also one of the greats. There's a lot of comedians who, this is my point. There are a lot of comedians who do things in different ways. Be that them being strictly stand-up and doing comedy tours and comedy shows across the world. Some who have chosen to do comedy as an actor on TV shows. That includes Bill Bellamy, also Godfrey. There are many, Ari Spears. There are a lot of, not Ari Spears. No, not Ari Spears. No. Not Ari Spears. Because he gets on my nerves. But I'm just saying there are other comedians who are funny, and they're funny in different ways. So to me, and there are different ways to be a comedian. There are just different ways of being a comedian, and that's okay. That's okay. But I feel like people is taking what Katt said as Bible and then saying, we hate Kevin, we hate Rickey, we hate Steve. Not hate, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, take from it what you believe. But I also felt like, it's causing a ruckus and a divide when there doesn't need to be one. It's causing people to pick sides. It's causing people to pull up old shit. The fact that we had to pull up the Cat in the Hat from the 1990s or early 2000, probably 98, 97, 98. Because folks was like, what? You know what I'm saying? And again, it caused a discourse between people, and no one feel like they have to all be best friends and just hold hand and sing Kumbaya, my Lord. No, but you can always big up yourself, discuss your level, your walk in the industry without having to say, all these folk right here, they ain't shit. Yeah, we hate these. No. And I'm like, why? Because if they're so beneath you, why even care about what they're saying? Because they don't matter. So I just feel like, that was his opinion. And I'm not knocking his opinion. But I also felt like it's causing a whole lot of stuff to be going on. And people have their own versions of what they went through. But I personally, you won't hear me come and tell y'all my story by tearing down other people around me. Because Katt Williams is great. So is Kevin. So is Mark Curry. So is Godfrey. So is Tracy Morgan. So was Sinbad. So was Whoopi Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of people. So was, Eddie Murphy. So was Martin Lawrence. So, what I'm saying? I feel like, where does it stop? And we can be beefing, but damn, why you going at me so hard? And so it kind of, I'm like, why not everybody beefing? I got to pull up old shit. I got to be on social media all the time. Well, yeah, because, not Rick Fox. Well, I'm gonna put on because Ricky Smiley says, let me play Ricky Smiley part. But yes, Red Fox Pryor, they probably up in heaven right now, beefing right now. Bernie Mac, Red Fox, Richard Pryor up in heaven right now, talking cash shit about everybody. Now Bernie Mac probably talking more shit about Steve Harvey. I'm gonna let that be. But Ricky Smiley put up a rebuttal, okay? Because he has a radio show, okay? And where is it? I want us to listen to what he said, okay? Now, y'all know I had to speed it up a little bit. And this, I don't feel like it's anything else. Let me be sure. Let me be sure before I do anything. Yes, okay. That will be it. So let's get into what Ricky Smiley had to say as a rebuttal.
Let's just get into this. The whole internet going crazy. Comments that Katt Williams made. But if I can't speak on behalf of the other comedians, but the only thing I can speak for is myself. Katt made some comments on Shannon Sharp's show about when I was on Shannon Sharp was telling him the story of some of the behind the scenes from Friday After Next. Let's start with that. When I went out there, let's just go back. In 2000, I was the host of BET Comic View and in the season 2004. I also worked on this show called Live from LA. That was my first job with BET, and that's where I met Ice Cube, if I'm not mistaken. And Ice Cube was like, hey man, I like your work. I want to do some stuff with you. I want to put you in some movies. And Ice Cube started putting me in movies, which really helped my career. I was in All About the Benjamins, but of course, when they changed the ending of it, that part didn't make any sense. But then he put me in Friday After Next. And
now, Katt did say Ricky had been in other stuff and parts got cut out. I'm just saying.
Just for clarification, I went out to audition for Friday After Next as Money Mike, not the Santa Claus. And that is the honest God truth. I had no reason to go on there and to go on Shannon Sharp's show and lie about any of that. That's what I auditioned for. Was Money Mike. And I guess the producers, Cube and everybody saw something different. And I think that Money Mike character, Special K, was going to come off as kind of like
just a guy who was hanging around in the strip mall who was just kind of being annoying and almost like a crackhead type of character. That was
right.
Just,
so Katt,
so let's touch on that because me and him we wasn't fussing. We were debating about the Money Mike character and who Katt played and if Ricky would have been able to be that. And I said, I feel like if Ricky Smiley went and auditioned for the character, Katt can't be upset if he went and auditioned for the character, but when Katt got it, they changed the character. If you remember, on the first Friday, Ezell was the name for a crackhead who was bothering folk around here. So technically, I can see them wanting to have that kind of character. If when he auditioned for it, that's who it was initially. They had somebody who was going to be around the strip mall who was just the aggravating person like Ezell was. Because Ezell was only in the first Friday. He wasn't in the second or the third one.
I guess when Katt Williams did it, they added the whole pimp twist to that character, which was actually a better decision and made it funnier. Because ain't no way in the hell I could have executed that role like that. And I'm glad that they made that decision and they put me in a Santa Claus role, which was actually perfect. So when I got back to LA, they said, hey, your role has changed. You're going to be the Santa Claus. And here's the Santa Claus suit. Put it on, and here's your lines. Sat in the trailer, went over the lines, went over my stuff with Cube, and the rest is history.
And what it sounded like happened, the Money Mike wasn't a big character. And once Katt got it, they made it a bigger character. They then gave Ricky a smaller role, like the Robin Santa.
Had no reason. I just want to clarify that. Had no reason to lie about that. As a matter of fact,
we need somebody. Hey, I was gonna play by your name. Him. Get on the line and get Ice Cube on the line, and then figure out what really happened. Get your connections in order.
My manager at the time, Gary Abdo, who is still one of my best friends, who also helped start my career, and he's the owner of the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Atlanta. We got him on the phone. Just to clarify, Gary Abdo, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm good, man. Just for clarification, you was my manager at the time. We went to LA together for the audition. Cube wanted to see us. What is your version?
Yeah, well, we're old, and that was 23 years ago. So, our memories are what our memories are. You went out, you auditioned, they wanted you to play Money Mike. That was the sides that they had sent. The sides are the portion of the script for the part they want you to play. Those were the sides they sent. That was the audition you did. They said, great, we want you to play this role. My recollection is you had to go back and read for the execs from the studio one final time. And the night before that, we got different sides, and they said, no, we want you to play this role. And we didn't understand it. We really were under the impression, well, you had the role as Money Mike, but then all of a sudden they switched it up. Now we understand why. Katt came in, blew them away. He's an incredible performer. That was probably one of the most iconic breakout parts in movie history. I mean,
But get Ice Cube. But Ice Cube never responded to when AJ Johnson said that Ice Cube ducked and dodged him when he was supposed to be in the second Friday, and they ended up blocking him from the set. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Ice Cube sometimes don't be getting involved in certain shit or whatever. So I don't know. Q also agreed. Katt told his truth. Katt's point was the role I got, the person I played, I did this with the role, I did that, and blah, 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 the bloop. And I feel like, again, that was his truth. But I feel like what Rickey said is the same thing. I auditioned for the role. It was the same character name, but the character was different. And when they seen Katt did it better. Why? Because Katt turned the role into a pimp. And then add all these other elements, and it made the role better. So Katt didn't lie, but neither did Rickey. But Katt was so upset, as if Ricky's point was, wow, it was really me. And he stole my role. And even if Rickey said that in a funnier way, you know what I'm saying? It to me, I still feel like it wasn't that big of a deal, because Katt played that role. Katt played that role amazingly well. Rickey had that role as the Ezel type character, the kind of strip mall crackhead who around here bothering folk. That would not have been as funny. It would not be as funny. So I feel like Rickey ain't even said nothing negative about Katt.
That was literally Katt's first movie.
Yeah, they both said the same thing. Rickey saying, when I auditioned, it was this, the character, the name was Money Mike, but the character was different. At first, they wanted me for the role. And his manager saying they did want you. And then before you went back to read for the last time, they put Katt in the role because the role had changed. That happened. Do y'all know? Do anybody on here watch Snowfall? How many people on here watch the TV show Snowfall with Franklin Saint, with Uncle Jerome, with Aunt Louie, Mama Sissy, Leon? How many of y'all know that the pilot of the TV show Snowfall, that Lauren London was cast as Aunt Louie, and D. Ray Davis was cast as Uncle Jerome? Yeah. D. Ray, light-skinned, green-eyed Davis And Lauren, we love her, London, was cast and shot the first pilot for the show Snowfall. And when the show got picked up, they changed the characters and they put Amin Joseph as Uncle Jerome, and they put, and I can't remember Louis' name, but the lady who played Aunt Louie took over Lauren London's position. There is an actual pilot episode of Snowfall with D. Davis as Uncle Jerome and Lauren London as Louie. Do you think the actors who booked the role and played the role would be pissed when they said, well, we got the roles first, and then they switched it to the other actors? Right. They switch people like so my first thing was Katt being upset at Rickey Smiley saying, I auditioned for Money Mike and got it and shot some scenes. However, when they went to make the movie, they switched it and Katt got the part, and they made me the Santa Claus. The same way D. Davis ended up playing Peaches on Snowfall in seasons like 4 and 5. So if you don't get that there are many pilot shows where the character was one person on a pilot show, and on the next, on the actual show, they change it. Hell, on Sisters, the dude who played Bryce on Sisters is a whole different person to who they have played Bryce on Zatima. Monique was supposed to play Cookie on Empire. If you recall any old back in the day soap opera, they would change the characters like clockwork. And they would say, now you have Jaylee Johnson playing Monique. Now you have Gabrielle Sidibe playing Monique. Not me naming fat people. I'm just saying, in Hollywood, they change characters all the time. So my point was, why was Katt so pissed? Right, the original Derwin on The Game, because The Game was a spinoff from Girlfriends. Aldous Hodge played the original Derwin Davis, not Pooch Hall. So my thing was, why is Katt pissed that Rickey said, I went out for the road and I got it? He then said, but they switched it and it went to Katt. So before y'all get, Rickey was lying. He wasn't lying. But if y'all think the only time the actor that we see on the show or in the movie was who auditioned and was told they had it, you a fucking fool. And I don't mean y'all, and I do not mean y'all a fucking fool. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, in movie, in TV, they audition for all the time. A lot of pilot shows, when you see the actual show, if you on Living Single, we are living single. If you go back and watch Living Single, the pilot episode, they shot that show in the house of Family Matters. They lived in a house on the pilot of Living Single. And then when the next episode aired, they lived in a brownstone.
Friday was not Chris Tucker's first movie. Next Friday was not Mike Epps' first movie. For that to have been Katt Williams' first movie, and he exploded. I mean, that literally made him an iconic touring comedian, one of the biggest to do it in this generation. And, you know, the rest, as they say, was history. But yeah, absolutely, without a doubt, you were auditioning for Money Mike. we were told you had the role, and then that switched up overnight.
And I'm glad I ended up being the Santa Claus, because that role was iconic and not as funny as his. I like the pimp. I personally like the pimp better, but the Santa Claus role was just perfect for me. At the time, I was skinny and could run fast. So.
And you could squeeze over that gate. So, yeah, that was the...
I just wanted to clarify that. And then there was no contract ever that in agreement with the first Sunday movie, because that was a whole different production directed by who just directed my Netflix special, David E. Talbert, about me playing Bernice Jenkins.
Because Katt Williams said because he was so upset and there was so much blah, 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 blah between him and Rickey over the Money Mike character situation, blah, 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 that he put in his contract he would only work with Rickey Smiley if Rickey had to wear a dress. And he then said in the next movie, in First Sunday, they had Rickey in a dress because Rickey played Bernie Jenkins in the movie. Okay, that's that on that.
That's something that David called me personally. David and Lynn are fans and have been fans of my work for a long time, and it was like, we want you to play Bernice Jenkins, and you know, and here you go. And that's what happened. And I went out there and shot that in one day, me and Red Grant, and that was a lot of fun. Right. And it had nothing to do with Katt Williams' contract or whatever. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect Katt. Definitely disappointed that you have to get on the air and explain something like this, but you know,
because he didn't need to. But again, some people was like, Katt can't be lying. Rickey's a liar. He's a dress wearing, a scene lying about liar. He's a fat Faison liar, as Katt would say.
Oh, that's the truth, and I don't know what to say. So there it is.
There's not much else to say. You know, it's indisputable that Katt played that role, killed it, built an entire career out of that one role that all of us look at and go, wow, that's absolutely amazing. But it's also indisputable you were auditioning for Money Mike. We were told you had the role. You just had to read one more time, and then that switched up.
And the crazy thing about it is we had a conversation when it came out. He said a lot of this 12 years ago, and we had a conversation because I was on 14th Street in Atlanta, right by the Four Seasons Hotel, and I was driving down the street with my granddad in the car, and I saw Katt Williams going across the street on 14th Street, and I said, Katt, what's up? Whatever, I just wanted to make sure we was good. He said, come over and have a cup of coffee with me, because he was walking over to Starbucks. And I went over and he went in there and got the coffee. We was chopping it up or whatever. Just didn't even really talk about the issue or whatever. I said, hey, man, I want you to come out and say hello to my granddad. My granddad is a fan. He came out to the truck. I'll never forget, I was in my Ford F-150, and I came out and spoke to my granddad. He hugged my granddad and wished him well. My granddad was like, keep doing what you're doing, young man. My granddad was living at the time. It was just me and my granddad in the truck, and we dapped it up, and that was it. I mean, that was it, and I thought that we were good. I didn't know that we had any issues, and if there are any issues or if there's anything that I've done, not only to Katt Williams, to anybody, I apologize, and I'm not perfect. I made mistakes, but I did. You know, that's just the honest to God truth, and I did audition for what I auditioned for, and I'm glad that the producers made that decision. And let me address all of the things with Gary. You can help me out with this, because...
And I want to also mention, when I saw Rickey on Shannon Sharp Club Shay Shay talking about this part, he wasn't saying nothing in any mean way, any rude way, any cat ain't shit kind of way. They were talking about the movie, the behind the scenes stuff of that movie. And in my opinion, when Katt discussed his version of that, there was disdain and angry and aggravation and, well, how could he To me, in my opinion, Katt was trying to be mean and dogging Rickey as if Rickey dogged him. And in my opinion, I didn't think he did.
You know, comedy greats like Flip Wilson played Geraldine. Richard Pryor played some roles on his show. Jamie Foxx played Wanda. Martin played Shanae. I did. Bernice Jenkins, Tyler Perry did. There's a lot of comics and a lot of comedy greats that did characters for the sake of funny, for entertainment, for the sake of the laugh. And it has nothing to do with nobody's comfortable in the role. Nobody wants to put on a damn dress or comfortable in it, you know. That has nothing to do with my manhood being lessened for trying to play a role and trying to put food on the table for my family. Because
it's a prop. It's nothing more than a prop. It's nothing more than a way to get a laugh. I mean, back in Shakespeare's time, there were no females playing females role. Every female role was played by a man. You know, it's just part of an art form. It's part of what makes it funny. You bring the funny to it. I wish that I'm sure you remember. People don't know about this. The pilot that you shot for the Kings of Comedy TV show, Bernice Jenkins had a whole sketch with Medea.
Yeah,
People
I did a
don't
sketch
even know
with Medea, me, Earthquake, Tyler Perry, Niecy Nash. We did a thing called The Pew. It's supposed to be like The View, but it was a church-based version of The View, and it was just comedy great to see Bernice Jenkins, the character, and Medea. And I started off doing Bernice Jenkins doing prank phone calls on the Buck Wild Morning Show in Birmingham, which spinned into, hey, I think you should do a character. This would be a great character for this role. So we were all in our 30s, late 20s, doing what we had to do in order to be successful. Now that we are older, I'm comfortable in my job in radio. I'm comfortable in, the roles that I get and the things that I get to do. And I just finished a phenomenal comedy special. So the statement about Rickey Smiley is not funny. I've been sold out since 97.
That part.
I've been sold out since 97. Okay. Right. That would have been funny. Okay. That would have been fun. Bernice and Medea, and plus Niecy Nash, because y'all know Niecy Nash is funny as well. You know what I'm saying? So that would have been absolutely hilarious. Okay. I also want to mention this too, what Queen said. I felt like people ignored what Katt said about that man's son. And when they posted a clip of, and this is what I always say, they posted a clip of Rickey Smiley's response on social media, and where he said, my kids were hurt, but what he says, I'm not gonna speak on that. Folks made it seem as if why your kid, and I was like, y'all do know that man literally said out his mouth, which I felt like was very, very horrible to bring up somebody's deceased son. He said, I don't know why Rickey would lose a child and then come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals. I'm like, people be so dumb and not paying attention with that. He was saying Rickey sacrificed his son. That's what it meant. So I said, that man's son died just last year. Why would you bring up that man's dead son? What that man's dead son have to do with anything? So I said, but people like to ignore hurtful things that people say and forget. That was crazy to say, because that man's son ain't had nothing to do with nothing. Nothing to do with nothing. Y'all know, I told y'all before, to right now, I'm not speaking to my birth father because of him even saying, you don't know what it feels like to lose a father. Bitch, I do. I lost my dad. You know what I'm saying? I don't play by people speaking about dead folk. But nobody wanted to address that. Why? Because some folk don't like Rickey Smiley. And they want to sit up and laugh and joke about what Katt said, because ha, 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 ha. People don't know how depressed a person is the first couple of years when you lose somebody. And so for you to be a grown cat, got kids, why would you say that? But no one wants to call Katt out on that shit, because y'all want to nitpick about, this. It made me mad. It made me mad. So on the social media sites, when they clipped Rickey saying his kids were offended and was upset or whatever, I'm like, because Katt spoke on that man dead child and saying he lost a kid and he out here lying. That's why folks believe in rituals. That's implying that Rickey sacrificed his son. That hurts him and that boy and his son's siblings, and that his son's mama, his son's friends, his son's son. Say what you want about grown folk. Leave dead folk out of it.
Every single show I have done since 97, maybe not big arenas, but I pack up those theaters and have to add shows in comedy clubs, and between radio and all of that and raising a family I'm comfortable with. What makes me sad, I don't like the way that made my kids feel, and that's why I'm not gonna, go after him, because he has kids and family members and nieces and nephews also, and it hurts our family members and people that do love us when we say hurtful things about each other. So we want to wish Katt Williams the best. Or whatever, it ain't nothing but love over here just because we don't agree. Arnez J and I had beef for about
Arnez J. That's who I was thinking of when I said Ari Spears. I was thinking of Arnez J, who's also a comedian.
20 years, and I end up sitting next to him on a plane. And when I saw him, I couldn't do nothing but grab him and hug him. And we text each other all day on Christmas Day. It feel like we trying to make up for lost time. Two talented people that actually love each other. And Special K, Katt Williams got some comedy dates coming up. He's going to be in Birmingham. Katt Williams is coming to Huntsville. I want y'all to go out and support him. I want y'all to pack those damn theaters and show nothing but unconditional love to him and to any comic that come into our space. Birmingham, Huntsville, that's like my area or whatever, where I grew up. Yeah, make sure y'all go out and see Katt Williams and go out and support him, man. It's all love over here because it's enough money out here for everybody. So what we're addressing for everybody that's tuning in, we're just addressing the whole Katt Williams situation, and I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Because here's the thing: what we all need to understand. Here's what we all need to understand. You know where you've been, but you don't know where you're going.
Amen.
And you don't know who you're gonna need.
Mm-mm.
And I promise to God, if there's anything that he or anybody in his family, on his staff ever need, we'll be there. Because I stick up for comics, and we all are not perfect, and we all don't get along all the time.
And I love he said that, because it's not about everybody being kumbaya, best friends, blah, blah, blue. But I feel like there is a way where we know comedians rib each other. We know they crack jokes on each other or whatever to be funny, ha, 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 ha. But in my opinion, nothing that Katt was saying was in any funny way. It wasn't any jokey way or whatever. To me, even though Katt did not sound angry, everything he said about the people who he don't like, it was malice within whatever he was saying, because he don't like them folk. Like them folk. You know what I'm saying? And to me, Rickey's saying, like, we don't have to be best friends or whatever, but I wish them the best. Like he could go back and forth if he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the fact that he's trying to just respond to what was said, I wasn't lying. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to be best friends and whatever. We comedians, we be beefing out sometime or whatever. We don't always get along. But there should be a common respect for people who's in your industry who hasn't like directly did something to you. Now, Katt being pissed at anybody who did something to him, I would get that. But I'm like, you pissed because Rickey said he went for a role too and got booked, and then it switched to you, and you then said some crazy shit for 20 minutes on Club Shay Shay.
Or whatever. We all have issues, but at the same time, we are all in the same game. I don't agree with all the cues all the time. I go to the conclave and go through different stuff with the bros or whatever, but at the end of the day, Omega Psi Phi, that's friendship is essential to the soul. Manship, manhood, scholarship, uplift. My mind racing, so I can't even think straight. Our 4 cardinal principles or whatever. My mind just racing right now because I'm trying not to misquote anything. So thank y'all for this opportunity. I gave 3. I know the cue's gonna kill me. But thank y'all so much for this opportunity to explain this and
Rick, let me say something real fast, because back to the Bernice Jenkins situation, because
that's Special K talking, y'all.
at one point in time you was close to retiring that character.
Yeah.
And that shows, that's comedy genius to me. That shows your versatility as an entertainer. And I'm glad, and I think we all can speak for this, I'm glad that you didn't retire Bernice Jenkins, because that's comedy Hall of Fame type stuff, man. So be proud of who you done, what you've done in your career, and the versatility of your skill, man. That is what it is.
Because we have laughed at Bernice Jenkins. We've laughed at Martin, who played his mama as well. Mama Payne. We laughed at Shanae. We've laughed at other, male comedians and TV show actors who have played, again, Eddie Murphy as the Clumps. You know what I'm saying? So Rickey playing Bernie Jenkins, which was a voice. It wasn't as if Rickey was on the radio in a dress. It was a voice. And when he had to go out and do the thing, you know what I'm saying? It was like it's a character.
Yeah. So
if I can say something real quick, Rickey, I've known you since 1992. I've known you since before Bernie Jenkins was born, in essence. And I couldn't be prouder of all the work you've done. You've always worked so hard. It's amazing to look back and watch somebody grow their career to the heights like you have done. So congratulations on everything.
Yeah, and the thing about it is we employing people. We feeding, supporting the whole girls' school over in Kenya, doing great things in the community, doing great things with our wonderful national fraternity. And then, the thing about it is it just came at a crazy time because I'm actually somewhere away from Birmingham trying to figure out how I'm going to get through this 1 year of my son's passing. And that's why we have to be real careful when we attack because you don't know what somebody's going through. Like, I'm in deep therapy. I'm having body pain. I'm not trying to say any of this for sympathy. But, like, my son died January last year, and I can't deal with the winter. I'm having seasonal depression right now.
Because anybody who's lost somebody know, like the month they died, when the time was approaching, like you just start getting depressed. You start getting sad, and the shit grief be hitting you. And I remember when his son passed away and how he was expressing how he did not know how to, like he couldn't control his emotions or whatever. And that's that man's son. Okay, so again, Katt speaking on that man losing son is still disgusting to me.
And trying to figure out how I'm gonna deal with all of that. And I'm not saying any of this for sympathy, but I'm just saying like I'm dealing with stuff, and I just wanted to clarify or whatever. But being raised in the church and being brought up the way I was brought up, I just have to handle things the right way. Might not be the most popular way, because I am a comic. I can crack jokes and I can go in too, but I have to choose a different route because I have a responsibility. And we don't want to upset anybody in his family or any of his fans. And we don't want to have to make people choose, because why can't people support Katt Williams and me and Sid and Faison and Michael Blackson and Mike Epps and Jamie Foxx? It's enough. But we can't perform everywhere every single weekend. So it's enough money out here for everybody. God bless Katt Williams. God bless his family. I hope that he is safe. I hope that he is healthy. I love him. I love everybody. And I always have.
Child, I said Rickey was like, oh, I'm not going to cuss him out, Jesus. I'm going to say bless him. You know what I'm saying? So, again, some people listen to Katt's interview and, oh, it was amazing. It was funny. It was ha, 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 ha. And again, I'm not saying it was a bad interview. I'm not saying that man don't have a right to feel how he feel about what he experienced. But if you really pay attention, he came off mean. He was mad at people, and the people he was mad at, he went hard about them. And that's why I said Katt's truth is his version of his truth. It doesn't mean the other people lie. Now, yes, Cedric was influenced by Katt's joke. However, I also feel like Cedric made it his own. Did we see Mark Perry also saying Steve stole from shipping? Yes. Cool. Okay. However, we can't, nobody's version is a full truth. It's their version. It also don't mean they're lying. But folks felt like Steve lying, Kevin lying, Cedric lying, Rickey Smiley, like people was like, oh, Katt is the honest to God truth because he said he ain't sucked no dick. Katt's the truth because he said Ludacris cut his hair off and did movies and married her. And when he compared, these people in this industry, they get the fame and they get a light-skinned, funny face looking like, and I'm like, what does the wives and children have to do? What anybody, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know I love mess. I love discussing it. You know what I'm saying? I love it to death. However, I also feel like at some point in times, we have to pay attention to what people say and not just skim over it as if it's nothing. Because skimming over what he said about, Ludacris' wife, Kevin Hart's wife, even Steve's wives, because he had a few, okay? Skimming over that as if he has the right. He was with Hazel E. That was his funny face person, but what do they have to do with stuff? Period. It made me mad, y'all, because I was like, I don't play with grief. I don't play with grief. My daddy died in 2015, February 15th. It'll be 8 years. It'll be 9 years this year. I still cry. I may cry. I don't know, but I still cry because the grief of losing somebody hurts. Why did you bring up that man's son? Why say Ludacris sold his soul to be in the Fast and Furious movies to make money and got a weird face looking wife? What did Doxy do to you? People always saying, well, the only reason so-and-so is famous, they sold. They not talented. They can't be talented. It's weird. I don't get it. Anyway, y'all, we done. We're done. We had a good time. We're done. We had fun. We're done. Y'all, I promise y'all, at 8:15, I ain't had no show. I did not. I did a last minute graphic right here, which hopefully don't look too bad. You know what I'm saying? And I had my saved stuff for us to discuss. The only thing I did was got the Rickey response down to have us watch. You hear me? But I come and make it for y'all. Because y'all, it's hard. Look, y'all, it's hard. Look, I try my best because I know it's always somebody who's having a bad day or I had a long day. I'm tired. I promise you I did not want to come on live, but I was like, nope. If you tired and feeling tired, somebody else is too, child. So go ahead and be Jaylee from Jaylee's Corner and go to bed. When you done, okay? And hope the stuff you saved will make sense. And God made it make sense, okay? So I'll be back live. If there's stuff to discuss tomorrow, y'all know tomorrow, 8:45-ish, 8:30-ish, I'll be here waiting for y'all at the door. Y'all, I love y'all. Okay, I want y'all to be good, be safe, protect yourself, protect your energy. And when you feel like somebody's being negative, remember to relax, relate, release. Okay, inhale and exhale to calm it down. Don't go deep diving on no judges. Don't go report no cars. Don't go shooting nobody's mistresses, okay? Just stay calm and cool and collected or whatever. And we will talk tomorrow. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. And I will see y'all tomorrow. I love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all the good stuff.